Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you are watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got an update video here for you in regards to the first video I put out this morning on this MV True Confidence. Okay, so this ship was hit in just the last 24 hours, I believe, and there were reports that supposedly some of the crewmen may have been injured. We may have had reports of deaths. Well, now we have two confirmed that are dead. Okay, so this ship was hit by at least one anti ship ballistic missile fired from Yemen. The Houthis targeted this ship in the Gulf of Aden. Okay, so I told you all earlier, I had a big feeling that this was going to be a ship where we were finally going to have some crewmen that were killed. Okay, I've been saying this for quite some time now. It was a matter of time before someone got killed by one of these missiles that hit these ships. I'm really surprised we got this far compared to how many ships have been targeted and hit. But we do have two that were confirmed dead. Okay, so the crewmen had to abandon this ship, the True Confidence. And by the way, this picture is just for reference. I don't know if this is the actual ship that was hit. It was the closest thing I could find to resemble that. All right, so I also, before we get into this, I also want to bring you some other information I wasn't able to bring earlier. So apparently, as well, Brigadier General Yahya Saree, this is the military spokesman for the Houthi rebels in Yemen. So he came out in a speech just yesterday, apparently, and he said that they targeted two U.S. warships. Okay, so we do know, I did report that the USS Carney came under attack by some naval drones. I think it was naval drones, or no, UAVs, excuse me. So aerial drones that were coming towards the USS Carney. It shot them down. But here we have news now that naval missiles and drones were used to target two of these warships that are U.S. based. Okay, so I'm assuming it was probably the Carney, maybe the Gravely. I don't know what other ship was attacked, but I'm pretty sure the Carney was one of them. All right, so I did want to bring you that information, but let's get into this with this True Confidence cargo vessel that got attacked. So let me show you. This is an update from Reuters. Two dead in first fatal Houthi attack on Red Sea shipping. And it says here 2 farers were killed, excuse me, in a Houthi missile attack on a Red Sea merchant ship on Wednesday. British and U.S. officials said the first fatalities reported since the Iran-aligned Yemeni group began strikes against shipping in one of the world's busiest sea lanes. The Houthis claim responsibility for the attack, which set the Greek-owned Barbados flagship True Confidence ablaze around 50 nautical miles off the coast of Yemen's port of Aden. In a message on X directly responding to the Houthi claim, Britain's embassy wrote, "At least 2 innocent sailors have died. This was a sad but inevitable consequence of the Houthis' reckless firing missiles at international shipping. They must stop." So we know for sure at least 2 have died. There may be more. We may find out later that 2 more. But a senior U.S. official confirmed 2 sailors had died. The Houthis had been attacking ships in the Red Sea since November in what they claim is a campaign in solidarity with Palestinians during the war in Gaza. So I did report this morning too, there was like 4 crewmen that were badly burned by this missile that hit. We know for sure at least 1 missile hit the ship, maybe more than 1. And also there were like several others that were injured. They had to abandon the ship. There was also a floating raft that was seen near the ship. The ship was on fire. I'm assuming they could not continue operating this ship because maybe there were so many people that were injured. So they had to abandon the ship and get off of it immediately. Okay, so it also says here, Britain and the United States have been launching retaliatory strikes against the Houthis, and the confirmation of fatalities could lead to pressure for stronger military action. That's very possible. We may see a bigger attack here versus what we've been seeing in the past. Earlier, a shipping source said 4 mariners have been severely burned and 3 were missing after a missile hit the ship. That was another thing. 3 were missing. I'll also link in the description of this video. I'll link the video to the other video that I put this morning since this is an update video. That way, if you want to go and check that out, it's right there in the description. You can click on it. It'll go straight to that video. You can see the news that I put out this morning. The Greek operators of the True Confidence said the vessel was struck about 50 nautical miles southwest of the Yemeni port of Aden and was drifting and ablaze. They said no information was available about the status of the 20 crew and 3 armed guards on board, who included 15 Filipinos, 4 Vietnamese, 2 Sri Lankans, and an Indian and a Nepali national. So 23 people aboard this ship. We know for sure 2 have died. Maybe more will die later. We do have 4 that were badly burned. There's a chance they may not make it as well. All right. U.S. defense officials said smoke was seen coming from the True Confidence. The official, who declined to be identified, told Reuters a lifeboat had been seen in the water near the ship. The UK MTO agency said it had received a report of an incident 54 nautical miles southwest of Aden, which lies near the entrance of the Red Sea, adding that the vessel had been abandoned by the crew and was no longer under command. Coalition forces are supporting the vessel and the crew, UK MTO said. Stephen Cotton, General Secretary of the International Transport Workers Federation, the ITF, the leading seafarers union, called for urgent action to protect its members. What do you think that's going to be? Most likely they're going to start bombing Yemen again, much more heavily than what they were doing before. Expect that to happen. We have consistently warned the international community and the maritime industry about the escalating risks faced by seafarers in the Gulf of Aden and the Red Sea today. We see those warnings tragically confirmed, Cotton said. So let me just make one thing clear here. All right. Now that we finally have confirmed crewmen that are killed on these vessels from all these attacks that have been happening, I think things are going to change from here. And I've been saying this, it was a matter of time before crewmen were going to be killed aboard one of these ships, and it's finally happened. And unfortunately, we have at least 2 that are confirmed dead. Maybe more in the coming hours. We may find out more later that there's more dead. There has to be a different response here now. The US, the UK, whoever's involved here, they're going to have to do some massive response here, and they're going to have to do more than what they've been doing already, because there's been so many ships that have been hit already. There's been at least 10, 20, 30, I don't know, 50 ships by now. There's been so many ships that have been either targeted or hit. And clearly, the US, the UK, and whoever else is involved here, there's multiple other European nations that are starting to guard these waters now too. Whoever's involved here, clearly it's not enough. So they're going to have to do something more. What is that going to be? Is it going to be heavier attacks daily? That's going to cost millions and millions of dollars daily just for them to do that, which is already costing them that just to shoot down these drones anyway. Each missile that the US fires is millions of dollars per missile to shoot down a $5,000 to $10,000 drone. Okay, so this is a really big deal down here, a big problem, and it's not going away anytime soon. And I think things are going to start getting crazy here. And also we're really close to Israel moving into Rafah inside of Gaza, the last remaining city. And I really think that things are going to start to pop off here with the Houthis and Hezbollah, because they're primarily engaged in the fighting right now when it comes to Israel and the U.S., and obviously the U.S. is backing Israel. So expect something to pop off here and get pretty crazy over the next few days, because we're approaching March 12th, which is when the holy month of Ramadan begins, and that's when Israel supposedly is going to start moving into Rafah if they don't have a ceasefire deal, which as of right now, there is no ceasefire deal that has been reached. So stay tuned to this channel. Okay, I'm going to be putting out more videos every single day, as much news as I possibly can to keep you updated on this this situation over here. So if you got something out of this, please smash the like button on this video. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, I hope you all have a great day. Everybody be safe out there. Take care and God bless. We'll see you in the next one.